Hello everyone, welcome to my presentation topic Infringement of Plant Variety Protection Act. The protection of plant varieties has been focused after the implementation of World Trade Organization rules and regulations. The members of TRIPS can choose from patents or sui generis system or a combination of both. India has adopted the sui generis system, one that is of its own kind. It is a creation of new national law, or the establishment of international norms that would afford protection to intellectual property dealing with genetic resources or biodiversity and the biotechnology that might result. So, according to this sui generis system, India has brought the Protection of Plant Varieties and Farmers' Rights Act 2001. This law regards both breeders' perspective and farmers' rights. This law provides well-defined breeders' right as well as a strong and proactive farmers' right. The plant variety rights is a form of intellectual property right granted to the breeder of a new plant variety. According to this right, any exploitation of the protected variety requires the authorization of the breeder. The objectives of these rights are to encourage the development of new varieties, to support the plant breeders' rights both in public and private sector and in seed industry, and to protect the rights of farmers. UPOV Act 1991, International Union for Protection of New Varieties of Plants. According to this act, protected variety shall require the authorization of the breeder for production or reproduction, that's multiplication, conditioning for the purpose of propagation, offering for sale, selling or other marketing, exporting, importing, stocking for any purpose of exporting or importing. So what's infringement of Plant Variety Protection Act? Basically, this is nothing less than the violation or breaking the laws or agreement of the Plant Variety Protection Act. That's simply breaking the breeder's right. Now let's see some example cases. PepsiCo versus farmers. The food giant PepsiCo India, the multinational corporation, was seeking 10.5 million each from farmers for infringement on variety of potato patented by PepsiCo known as FC5, which is grown exclusively for potato chips. And due to this case, Dr. M.S. Swaminathan has told that there is no such laws in India that allow for patenting plants. He also said that it is very clear law and such claims of royalties are not tenable. He said that our plant variety protection and farmers' right confers equal right to farmers and breeders. The claim to royalty for FC5 potato is not tenable. In rice, for example, there are nearly 150,000 varieties in nature, largely selected by farm women. Introducing royalty will lead to conflict of ownership and will destroy the progress of agriculture. According to Protection of Plant Varieties and Farmers' Right Act, farmers can save, use, sow, exchange, share or sell his farm produce including the seed variety. But he shall not be entitled to sell branded seed of a variety under this act. This act was passed in 2001 after both Rajya Sabha and Lok Sabha passed the bill in the parliament. This act considers both farmers and breeders' right. Some experts say it is not possible to hold patents of plant varieties in India. To safeguard larger interests of farmers, PepsiCo India was compelled to take judicial recourse to protect its registered variety. PepsiCo from the very start has also offered an amicable settlement to farmers. In further statement, the company has agreed to withdraw the case against farmers. They said they are relying on long-term and amicable resolution of all issues around the seed protection. The FC5 variety has lower water content that makes it better suited for the use of processed foods. PepsiCo Lay's potato chips are being using this variety. Here are some development of the case and how it has ended. Now let's see another example. In 2006, holder of breeder's right JMS 5K16 registered variety of Shiitake mushroom filed a case with Tokyo District Court alleging that the activities of those who produced Shiitake mushroom beds from purchased mushroom spawn and sold them constitute infringement of PBR and demanding injunction of production, transfer and so on of mushroom spawn, disposal of equipment, compensation of damage and publication of apology in newspaper. In 2008, the Tokyo District Court found that infringement of breeder's right has been taken place and ordered a compensation of 20,75,000 yen to the plaintiff. Another example. In 2008, the holder of PBR of BO101 registered variety of Meitake mushroom filed a case with Tokyo District Court alleging that the activities of those who produced Meitake mushroom from purchased mushroom spawn and sold them constitute infringement of breeder's right and demanding injunction of production, transfer and so on mushroom spawn, disposal of mushroom spawn and publication of apology in newspaper and compensation for the damage. In February 2009, the court found that the ads corresponding to infringement of breeder's right and delivered judgment on the order that to dispose mushroom spawn and to pay compensation. Last case example. In April 2012, a worker of Yamagata Prefecture found that seeds of Tsushimi had been sold through a web page of an individual and informed Yamagata Prefectural Police Department. After investigation, the suspect had germinated commercial available brown rice of Tsushimi and harvested rice seeds and sold them to 3 persons. The police arrested the suspect on suspicion of violating Plant Variety Protection Act and Seed Act. This was the first case where criminal penalty was applied to infringement of breeder's right in Japan. The court of Yamagata gave a sentence of 1.5 years in prison and 3 years stay of execution and fine of 5 lakh yen. That's all about this topic and thank you and have a nice day.